Here we go, team. Guys, it's time to recap today, and we're going to do things a little bit different. Slide into the little office, and it's time to get started. Here we go, team. Time to go into the screen.
What led to my success? So first of all, I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see exactly that. $585.82 is what I made today. I traded Tesla, I traded TQs, I traded SQs, no natural gas today, and I cleared $585 in just 1 hour of trading. If you guys follow me on Instagram, if you guys don't, again, the link is down below. Search up my name. I only have one Instagram account, and I keep you guys up to date. And around 7, if I'm not mistaken, around 7:40, right? Market opened here at 6:30. Within 1 hour of trading, I was able to exceed my daily goal. And let me show you guys this real quick. I'm gonna pop this up. This was my profit on Monday, right? There's a video on YouTube that shows you my recap, shows you my overall P&L in the day on all the closed positions if you want to not just see a screenshot. This was my profit on Tuesday. This was my profit on Wednesday. This was my profit yesterday, Thursday. And this was my profit today. So the breakdown and what I posted on Instagram is this week's profits. I did not have one red day. Again, it does not mean that I did not have one red trade. It just means that I was able to close the day in the green, right? $4,452 profit. My average position size was around $35,000 for the overall week per position. My overall position with Tesla was actually very simple. It was a little bit under $25,000 if I'm not mistaken. The Learn Plan Profit Group got to see me take the position. But the reason that I sold, it's actually a little secret, so I'm gonna have to follow up with it in tonight's later video. And trust me, you're not going to want to miss that video, especially if you want to spend time with the Tech Buds team in the up and coming near future. So again, why did I trade SQs and TQs? I was really struggling. I mean, now it's super clear that natural gas is selling off. We talked about it in the Learn Plan Profit live stream, and it makes a lot of sense that as natural gas sells off, right? It makes sense on why then DGAS is having such an amazing green day, right? No question about it. It's really aggressively pushing up, and it's validating this EMA line, right? And writing off the top VWAP. You know, you can use the MAC indicator, you can use all these series of indicators, but the biggest thing is following the direction of /NG. This was right around when the market opened, 6:30, and I saw this thing consolidating right around the middle VWAP and the SMA line. So I didn't know if this was building a support here and then going to start to pick back up, right? Because it was consolidating here, or if it was going to get rejected by the middle VWAP and the SMA line and then begin to trend down like the way that it did. Again, it's something that I did not know what was going to happen. The direction was not clear. But one direction that I found to be a little bit easier to read was the direction of /NQ, right? One of my biggest focuses is understanding the direction of what's trending up and what's trending down. And I did a beautiful job focusing on whatever was showing signs of an uptrend, as in /NQ, was beginning to show signs of an uptrend trading in between the middle, right? And top VWAP, VWAP. Search it up on YouTube or on Google if you don't know what that is. And the really cool thing about this is right around 6:30 a.m., it began to show signs of an uptrend, making it super easy to take advantage of the huge push up that TQs experienced. And then guess what? TQs became overbought, became overextended, and it makes sense on why it pulls back, right? It corrects itself like it normally does. I actually made a mistake and taking a position on SQs a little bit too early, and I ended up having to cut losses. I cut losses and managed my risk at about 0.5%. Which is a little bit more conservative than I normally do, but the Learn Plan Profit Group got to see it all happen live. And again, I got in a little bit too early, but it began to sell off. It began to show signs of a reversal, and then I slowly started to add to my position size. I knew that it was a descending pattern. I didn't expect it to go back up to 1070, and I saw that it was most likely going to get rejected around the middle VWAP and around the SMA line. So what did I do? I looked at /NQ. You know, it made sense on why it would find a support right around the SMA line as it's an uptrend pattern. And guess what happened? Yes, I looked at the direction. Yes, I looked at these series of indicators and the MACD and the RSI, and it 100% made sense. So then I locked in profits on SQs, and then guess what? It started to show signs of a reversal, and then I took a position on what? TQs, right? Because then this is at support and then begins to show signs of an uptrend, and based off previous patterns, it makes sense on why it would hit this price point. Gets rejected, begins to sell off. Guess what I do? Begin to trade SQs, right? It bounces at the overall, general support around 1055. take a small position, add more to my position, gets close to the resistance right around the SMA line, and then gets rejected. And then guess what happened? It began to sell off, then TQs rallies, right? Same thing happening, pushing up, making higher highs. Again, that's not something that you could always predict, but then guess what happened? Becomes overbought. The MACD begins to peak out and it begins to sell off, right? And then guess what people do, right? They normally trade ticker symbol SQ, and then it begins to reverse, but now it looks a little bit on the overextended side. Look at the RSI, look at the MACD. I would lock in profits. Again, I'm a little bit more conservative, but these little margins, again, they're not huge, but as you continue to day trade them, if they're around like 1%, it begins to add up, especially if you're not under the PDT rule. That's just based off my experience. I know not all of you are not under the PDT rule, but I just wanted to share what led to my success. So again, on SQs, not a huge amount, $232 profit. On TQQs, it was $140, right? And then on Tesla, I was able to make $213.31 profit. So altogether on the day, $585 profit, and then altogether on the week, $4,452 profit. So I'm going to be making a video later today on something that's going to be very exciting for a lot of people that want to get into swing trading, and I'm finally going to be taking a swing trade position. So if you want to stay up to date to that, please make sure that you guys subscribe. Again, if you guys haven't joined our free Facebook group, that's going to be the first link in the description. Over 195,000 people are within our free trading community. We're the largest one out there on Facebook. And then once you get accepted to our free Facebook group, again, with that first link in the description, we have a private Discord chat. You can click the first link on the top pinned post. It's right here. This will bring you on over to our little Discord chat for TechBud Solutions, where we have tens of thousands of traders sharing the information literally every minute all around the world. So if you've ever wanted to surround yourself with like-minded individuals, then you found your place. Also, if you would like to work with me on a closer basis, you heard me talk about them. It's our Learn Plan Profit group. I would encourage you, right? You have this entire weekend to utilize and to make the most of it, hopefully to learn something new, right? That will benefit you not only 2019, but hopefully for the rest of your life. If you guys have 5 minutes, go down, learn a little bit more about what's included in the Learn Plan Profit course, learn a little bit more about what it's like to watch me trade live, and it's all provided for you in our nice little welcome page and hearing what people have to say about us. It's the only group that gets to watch me trade live every single day, and it's the group that I work with on a very close basis. You can literally direct message me every single day. This is pretty much what it is, and as you guys can see, again, this is where I keep everyone up to date with my overall positions, kind of like what it is that I'm watching. At around 8:18 a.m. I talk to, they're not stock alerts, nothing like that, they're just reminders. /NQ is super overbought, just a reminder, right? And when looking at around that specific area, right, /NQ, right around, right, 8:18. So that's going to be right around this time frame. That's when it was peaking out. It makes sense. Look at the MACD, look at the RSI. So I simply just talk about it, right, reminding people to lock in their profits, as sometimes newer traders have a little bit more of a struggle to know when to lock in profits and when something is a little bit more on the overbought side. So again, I'm just pointing out the obvious and making sure everyone is aware of what's going on and just trying to guide people in the right direction. So if you think that you could benefit from that guidance and you like the way that I break things down, you like the way that I trade, then I would love the opportunity to work with you on a much closer basis. So thank you guys again. Like always, guys, continue working hard, continue following dreams. Let your passion be what drives your success. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take it easy, team.